Hello everyone, it's I'm Warrior Cosplay here, and it's time for another cosplay Q&A. I hope everyone is good. We have Evil Ted in the chat. If anyone wants to say hi, we have Evil Ted. I really hope you like the t-shirt that I sent you. I absolutely love that it arrived safely. So, right, today we have another fantastic cosplayer, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we have the lovely Lady Venom. Hello, my dear. How the devil are you?
Hello, I am good. I am so full of McDonald's, but I'm still working.
You were saying you were just like, I'm going to go for a Mackie D's and I'll be back and we're going to chill.
I mean, I regret it already. I totally regret it already, but that's how it always is, I think, when you eat greasy, disgusting fat food. Like, you sit there and you're like, nah, now I want to just die. Hello.
If you can't, oh, look, everyone, it's Lady Venom. This is Kitty, Sushi.
This is Sushi. Come here, man.
Come on, Sushi.
Let's see the face. The face is the cutest part.
Face.
It's like, Mom, please don't.
Oh, wow, my viewer count just went to 3,000 because there's a cat.
It's the cat. I was going to say it's the cat.
Oh, can you do the really cool thing? Can you talk to Sushi?
You think it's really cool when I talk to Sushi?
I think it's so cute. I love cats.
Come here. Oh, hello. Oh.
When Lady Venom talks to Sushi, Sushi talks back, and it's the cutest thing. I love it.
She might not be very talkative right now because she has been at my mom's house for like 5 days.
Yeah, she doesn't like you now, does she?
So she might be a little angry with me, but she might tell me off later. She does do that sometimes.
Sushi regularly visits Lady Venom streams, so it's absolutely awesome when Sushi just walks in, because Lady Venom has a little points thing that you can spend, which is talk to Sushi. And she'll just talk to like meow, and then Sushi will meow back, and it's like the coolest thing. It
does. All she does is freaking meow. Let me tell you, man. It'll be 5 a.m. and what do we get? Meow, just nonstop. The joys.
I love it. So, right, let's get into the questions. I have a bunch of questions for you. We also have your links in chat. My mods are busy as always in chat. Your links get posted up in chat. Like as we chat to you and stuff. If you mention your Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, we throw them up.
We'll do it all. I'm hoping my Discord actually slides on in.
If you want to link your Discord, that'll be fantastic.
Oh no, I mean we can, but I meant more like I hope the actual people from Discord come in. But we'll see. But I'll do that. Let's have all the people. I mean we're quite a rude community. I'm gonna be honest. So.
Oh yeah. There's some pages there that but it's all categorized. There's all stuff there. So enter at your own risk. I think your Discord's banner should be abandon all hope, ye who enter here, like over the gates of hell.
I think it should be. I definitely think it should be. If you have standards, don't come in.
Yeah,
we don't.
Pretty much. But it's a fun Discord, and you are a fun streamer. You do a lot of cool stuff.
Thank you.
With Lady Venom streams, it's not like, sat there with a camera at the corner of the screen, gaming and not really interacting with her sort of her followers, if you will, or the people watching. What she does is she does do gaming and have the little screen in the corner, but it's all interactive with the people watching. It's never, you guys shut up and watch me do this. Because you did your Sims, didn't you? And you actually had people from your Discord or your subscribers as characters in your Sims.
Yes. I was trying to get to my 50 sub goal, and I was like, what can I do to make this more fun? And I was like, I know, let's fuck it up. Let's make people. So it was pretty cool, and I got to let them decide what they were doing. So we made someone a serial killer, clown, like it's been great, and we had some prostitutes. I mean, you can't really go wrong, can you?
Oh no, not really. Also, he's here because she's a
Dean is here
and needs help.
Thank you, Dean.
But Dean has no moderator powers in my chat.
So we can laugh. If he says he's under 18, please kick him immediately.
Oh, absolutely. I have my friend Desi. She is there with the power hammer, with the ban hammer at a moment's notice. Just drop it down.
Well, we have a joke about that actually, because I was just picking someone random to raid, and we picked this girl because she was playing Jackbox, and they were all like, "Oh, let's say stuff with to this streamer just to mess with her." And Dean went, "I'm 17 or whatever," and she banned him instantly, and he was like, "No, wait, I'm just kidding. Like, don't do it, please." banned. No ifs or buts, nothing.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic.
And then we had someone else. What did they say to her? Oh, they complimented her and said she was a really pretty girl, and I guess her boyfriend is one of her mods. So he deleted the conversation and banned him as well.
I personally, I would never have my girlfriend or my boyfriend, that kind of thing, to be a mod, because that's just not like the stuff that happens in your chat. Your boyfriend would be like, hypothetically, if he was like that and he was one of the mods, he'd be like clicking it like every 2 seconds. You'd have no viewers. You'd have nobody. See,
it's funny though, because a lot of the time I'm streaming nowadays anyways, he's sitting next to me because we now have 2 computers going, and he sits in chat. He's there half the time, but he just doesn't give a fuck. He's so laid back. I mean,
it's nice to have that someone who's just like chilled out and laid back. And
literally, if someone was like, "Yo, I'm gonna bend you over the table," he'd be like, "No, but okay."
Because I know you have, I have a bunch, like, you know. Oh God, no. Dragonheart, by the way, is my mod, and she says, "No, have your mum and dad as mods." Like, no, that would be a bad idea.
My mom would love that. That would be her favorite.
That would be terrible. That would be terrible.
She always asks, she's like, "Can I come in your fitness streams?" And I'm like, "No, I'd rather you didn't. I know you're happy I'm doing fitness, but I'd rather you not watch me, Mom, please."
If you did that, you'd have to have her on stream, but not read.
I need like a reaction.
Yeah, you'd have to like close the iPad and just be like, "Guys, for this stream, I'm not replying to any of you. It's just going to be closed.
I'm not reading any of your stuff. I'm not telling you stories. Just watch me exercise."
I love that. You do Jackbox every Wednesday.
Wednesday. Sorry, I'll try not to film it.
Like on some Wednesday nights, I do actually like actively try to find out when you're online. Obviously, now I'm part of your Discord. I see when you're online. But
of course,
I actually enjoy the Discord. The Discord's a lot of fun, and so is Jackbox, because I'd never played Jackbox, and it was a really dead stream when I first decided I'm going to try Jackbox with Lady Venom, and you were like, "Okay, this is how you do it. Go to this website." You sent me the link, and and then you helped me how to set
it up.
On. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's some games I really dislike in
oh yeah, there's some that are really shit, and you're just like, "Oh my God, come on, this is
just like
this is dragging."
Like,
yeah, exactly. But no.
For those of you who don't know, or for those of you who haven't heard, Abby is American. And lives in where? Wales.
Yay!
She lives in the same country as me. It is the best.
Not for much longer, but I am still here for now.
Not for much longer, but you do live in the same country as me. And I think that is awesome.
True.
I think that is awesome.
It's true.
Because when I found that out, I was like, "Oh wow, yeah, that was freaking awesome." And then I found out you were leaving.
It's been an amazing time. This country is freaking cool. You know, I'm one of these people that I need change every now and then. I mean, it's been 11 years, and it'll be 13 or 14 by the time I leave, so it's time for new scenery.
It's still going to be really cool though, because I mean you're moving back to America, aren't you?
So I'm originally from Miami, Florida, but I'm not going back to Miami because I hate Miami.
Fair enough.
But the idea is to go to Florida because, you know, it's comfort, it's home, I know it, and then pick a different state from there, because I haven't seen that many states. I think I've seen about 8 or 9, but there's so many more I want to explore and see where I want to call my home. So yeah, and you know what? I'm really freaking tired of this cold ass rainy weather all the time. So Florida will just bake it out of me.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, at least I hope we can see you back here for some conventions at some point over the time. Like, I know you haven't done. I know you haven't done a massive amount of the cosplay thing, even like before COVID happened. I know like cosplay is something you've sort of put on the back burner for a bit, but you still are a cosplayer. Like, you still cosplayed for some time. Like, you did.
I mean, to be fair, I really do still love cosplay. It kind of went on the back burner because university was kicking my ass. But now that it's all over, I mean, I'm quite happy to join again. I had someone message me the other day who wants to do a photo shoot. So I think more and more now that I'll like be working and have money and have time, I'll slowly ease myself back in. It's because it's a really good hobby to have. I mean, it's better than me staring at my phone 24/7, which is what I usually do. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Phones are getting a bit like, my phone's starting to get like. I wake up in the morning and I'll turn on my Wi-Fi, and then it will, for about a good solid 10 minutes, will just go ba-ding, ding, ba-ding. Different noises and different notifications will come.
Oh hell yeah!
From stuff I put, and it's just like, I don't mind that, but it is like, here we go again, and then I'll spend a good couple of minutes. But what I normally do now is I will I go, okay, I got loads of notifications, clear all, like just clear it off the Samsung like notification boxes, clear those, and I'll jump on my PC and I'll sort it all out on each one as like individually.
Oh, I'm even worse on PC. You get me on PC and I'll be on here for the rest of the day. If I have anything to do on the computer, I have to like save it once I've done everything else productive, and then I can sit here. Otherwise, I mean, I don't even know what I was doing today that started me on PC, but I've started and ended my day on PC now.
Well, I'm glad you're ending your day on a high note by coming onto my stream.
Of course.
But I mean, I know, like back in when was it? It was a Cardiff Film and Comic Con, and I was cosplaying as Professor Elemental. I was cosplaying as before I became Professor Very Mental. And I met you working. You were working there, I believe. You actually you were at a table, weren't you?
So my mother, she's had many crazy adventures. She used to sell American candy because when we first came here, it was kind of like a rare commodity sort of thing. It wasn't in every Tesco and Sainsbury and everything. So she started out in a market, and then she was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go to cons." And then when she was kind of doing some research on cons, she came across marshmallow guns. Yep. And she was like, "Oh, this is going to be awesome. People will love this. Like, no one has it over here." She even got to a point where she's like, "I'm going to," she spoke to the patent, like part of Cardiff University. She was trying to get molds made to actually like make her own marshmallow blasters. She was really going all in for it. So anyways, I was there at Comic-Con helping her sell the marshmallow blasters, but I think we were doing some Lady Venom stuff too. I took advantage, and I was like, I'm Lady Venom, but also here's my mom's doll.
Yeah, you did. You were saying, because I met you as Lady Venom, and I had a picture with you and your friend. You were both Americaned up. You had American Star-Spangled Banner. You were Stars and Stripes.
Yes, that was for the stall. My mom called them the shooter girls.
Yeah, you had a bow and arrow version, and you had the gun version, and I had a picture as me as the prof with a pipe in my mouth and my arms around you both being like, this is the coolest thing. Because I had just gotten into cosplay then. Like, I was still doing the steampunk thing. And
right, okay.
That's when we met, and that we've been friends since, and that was, I don't know
look at us go.
I don't know.
I still have that picture. I'm quite meticulous with saving photos and things.
Oh, no, I still have that picture too. Don't you worry. I have that picture on my cosplay page.
But I mean, I'll know what year it is, because I'm like, you click on one of my folders and it's folder, like brilliant. Each event, date, time, whatever.
See, let me know what in your folder, date and time. Let me know what year it was at some point.
To be fair,
if you do let me know, I'd love to know how long we've actually known each other now, because we've known each other for some time. I know we haven't hung out as much like as I have with other cosplay friends, but every time we meet up, it's like we've never like left. It's like, hey, and we're like, and
I know, I love that. We have such a good connection, and we're so chill. And I met Matt because of you as well.
Yeah, you did. You met Matt, yeah.
And funnily enough, I don't know if you know this, but his brother is married to one of the girls that I went to uni with. Well, not married. I think they're engaged at the moment.
Wow.
But
small world.
Yeah, it is. It really was a small world. I was really shocked. So
that's crazy. That is crazy. Oh man. But I mean, I remember. Obviously, we did Cardiff Film and Comic Con. I was the prof, and you were the Marshmallow Girl and Lady Venom, obviously. But I did meet you then. I think about a year or two after I came back, because we met each other like randomly between there. But when I came back to the con, you were a cosplay guest.
Yes, so I just actually found it. I just dug around because I was curious and I needed to know right this second. And it was Cardiff Comic Con March 2015, and then I was a guest in 2016.
2015.
I thought so, because that is around the time that I met my partner, because I don't know if we were officially dating at this point, but I remember he was going to come here, which is what triggered it. That's why I knew it was 2015.
That is crazy.
And funnily enough, that's also the date that I met, God, I can't remember his name. He's, Exeter Cosplay.
Hey, David Roth. Hell yeah, my boy. I love David Roth.
Yeah, I've got photos with him too. So that was the first con I met him. That was pretty
fantastic. And if I'm right, and if I'm right, I'm quite good at this. And if I'm right, you were Princess Peach when I met you, and then you changed halfway through the day, and you were in your really cool, you had a nerdy dress on, because it was the same time I had a cosplay table raising money for Latch, the Welsh Children's Cancer Charity, as the Carmarthenshire Ghostbusters. And there's a video on your old cosplay page on Facebook wearing my proton pack, playing the music and playing the thing. That was
Let me see if I can find that. I will post that into chat because that's a good video. I was actually watching it the other day. So what it was, I was actually a stormtrooper that day, which is why I changed into the dress.
Sorry, you were it was the con after you must have been Princess Peach. See, I thought I was quite good at that. My bad.
What was its name? Do you remember what that con was? It was really small. I can't. Lee arranged it. Lee Graham.
Yeah, Lee Graham arranged it.
Because that's when I met Matt. Because I remember Matt messaging me and being like, "Yo, let's be friends. I'll bring you a donut." And you know that food is the way to my heart. So I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Do you know what? I can't remember the name of the con, but I do remember like which one it was.
Sorry, that was my fault.
Because a bunch of times we've met each other now. Oh, I swear it was Peach I met you this first time, but never mind. It was a stormtrooper.
Might have been Peach one of the days.
I mean, I know it was it was 2-day con, Saturday, Sunday, but there was something I remembered. Hey, is that the video of us?
That is the video of us. That's me wearing your proton pack. Yeah.
And I remember the first thing I ask everyone before I put my proton pack on them is, have you had any back problems or have you had any operations or anything in the past? Like you can't hold the weight in your back, and you're like, no, why? And then I just put the proton pack on your back, and you were like, Jesus Christ.
This is why, because this shit is heavy. Yeah, oh God, look at me. I still had my blue hair then. I miss that hair.
You should have it. You should get it back. You can absolutely get it back.
Dude, let me tell you, the world of dentistry is not kind to people with colored hair. So I am basically dyeing my hair pink until I run out of dye, which is very soon. I only have 2 more packs left, and then I think I'm going blonde. So I have to hide my fun. I know. It's not going to be full blonde because I don't suit blonde. It'll just be on the ends like I have the pink now.
Oh, I got you. I was going to say, you as a full blonde, I could not see. I don't think that would suit you.
No.
Personally, that's just me, though.
Hell no. When I wear like blonde wigs and stuff for cosplay, even then it's a bit of a push. I do look a little bit odd, but it's because I've got that Italian skin. It's like a yellowy. It doesn't yellow and yellow aren't always good together.
Oh, I love that. Right. Okay. So as we can see, your stormtrooper is behind you. You still have your stormtrooper.
Yes. Oh, yes. I will have him until I leave.
Oh, are you not taking him with you?
Well, the thing is, right, I really need to be picky and choosy with what we're taking over, and I'm literally taking the bare minimum to start over again. I'm selling most of my belongings.
That's fair enough.
If anything, I'll sell him and rebuy one when I move back.
I take it you're obviously taking sushi with you?
Yes, I can't sell and rebuy that. She's exhausted.
So tied up to being away with grandma.
I think my mom is just so she hasn't had a cat. And I think our other cat passed away about 3 years ago. So any cat contact, she probably just harassed her nonstop for the full 4 days. So she's just absolutely out of it.
Right, so do you know what, right? We've been chatting a lot. I'm going to get to the cosplay questions.
Do this.
Let's get to the questions. So, Lady Venom, how long have you been cosplaying for?
Oh God!
Obviously, I know you've taken a break now, but I mean, how long in general? I mean, you could say up until now because you haven't really stopped cosplaying because you still do photo shoot stuff. You still want to do it, so.
Of course. Let's see. I'd say I either started in 2012 or 2013, and the only reason I started cosplaying was because I went to a convention in Birmingham with my ex-boyfriend, and I was like, "How do you go to a Comic-Con and not dress up?"
Exactly.
Because in my head, I was thinking, all right, everybody's going to be dressed up and I'm going to turn up in normal clothes and look really out there. So I was like, nah, I need to come up with something. So I went to the Birmingham Con. It must have been 2012, I think. And I dressed as Poison Ivy and that was the start of it. I met actually, I don't know if you know her, Chiquita Cosplay. Have you heard of her?
I have not, sadly. I have not.
She's Spanish, and her go-to cosplay is Supergirl. I don't know if she goes to cons as much anymore. Obviously not now with the pandemic.
No, obviously not now. But I try to say these questions are all imagine if COVID isn't happening. These are that kind of questions.
Exactly. So she kind of sparked it. She was like, if you're into it, you should look into cosplay, maybe start a page and stuff. And I was like, yeah. So that was it. I mean, yeah, it was a really cool time.
And
I enjoyed that.
You started off on Facebook, didn't you, originally?
I think
before Instagram.
Oh yeah, my Instagram really isn't that old, I don't think.
No, I mean, it's where you post most of your content now in terms of like your pictures mostly is.
Oh yeah. Because I find Facebook's kind of a dead-ish platform nowadays.
Yeah, Facebook can be difficult.
Yeah, and I don't tend to get as much interaction and things with my posts, so it just kind of felt like a wasted space. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll leave the page up even though I said I'm not using it anymore.
Yeah.
I may post every now and then, but I just didn't want people following me if they expected content from me a lot more than I was actually able to post.
I mean, you should put a post on your Facebook page being like, I'm mostly on Instagram now or Twitter,
yeah,
or here's my Discord link and like that kind of thing. This is where I am most of the time now. But it's nice that you're keeping that page up because it has so many memories on it, like
that's why I couldn't delete it.
Like that's a great memory. Like I love that video.
Exactly,
it's a lot of fun, and I just like I remember starting off with the Command & Ghostbusters when I first started the franchise and started doing.
And I love your Ghostbuster cosplay, man. You need to bring that out more.
You too. I need to bring it out more, but it's just the Space Marine's taken over. The Space Marine has taken over. I love it. The Grey Knight will be sorted out soon, and I'll probably bring my steampunk out again. I want to bring my steampunk out.
There we go. That's like a good, I think that would be a good one to take to conventions when you're tired of wearing the Space Marine and you're sweaty and you've had enough, and then boom, steampunk.
That is literally me. Every end of every con is sweaty and but I can't get enough of the Iron Warrior. I love him. But right,
I haven't actually seen it in person. I do look forward to going to a con and seeing you actually.
No way. That's a huge shock to me when people say I haven't seen it in person. That's when I'm like, oh man, like
the only Space Marine that I've seen is the Exeter cosplay, and then there's I don't know if she's with him, but there's a girl who does a Space Marine that's Harley Quinn.
Oh no, they were. David helped with making of the Harley Quinn. They're friends who go around together. And what happened is that she sold the suit now to somebody else, so somebody else has the Harley Quinn Marine now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that at London. So those are the only two Space Marines I've ever seen.
Oh wow. Well, at least you've seen like Exeter cosplay and you've got the Harley Quinn Space Marine, which is still cool because they're awesome. And I know.
Oh yeah. Like it blew my mind. I had no clue what Space Marines were until I saw Exeter cosplay.
And they're cool, right? I mean, I'm not as tall as he because he's on 18-inch stilts, but I'm on platforms. But I just like I had stilts, but I went for platforms instead after one.
Still so cool. It's so beefy.
One stilt broke, so I'm like, all right.
Oh shit! Yeah, that is not worth it.
But so saying this now, you're saying you're moving back to the US. You might buy another Stormtrooper when you get there. So this question is completely relevant, which is cosplay something you see yourself doing in 10 years?
I mean, yes, because I might condense it all down and just be a Stormtrooper because honestly, this was always my goal cosplay. Once I had reached this, there was just no going back. I just love being a Stormtrooper. I love anything Star Wars based. I could see myself as purely just a Star Wars cosplayer.
Well, because you did Leia, and that's the picture we've got on the banner.
Yeah, my Leia is still fairly new. I've had that for about a year now. Obviously, only worn once thanks to COVID. Yeah. But yeah, it's been cool. I'd like to do a proper Leia. That's my sexy Leia. So.
Oh yeah. Sexy Leia is fine. And proper Leia is fine too. Proper Leia is fine too.
Thank you. I'd really like to get a female Stormtrooper. I know they're not canon, but there's a guy in I think it's California where he actually makes proper female Stormtrooper.
Oh, what? Yeah, with the female breastplate and the yeah. I've actually seen a bunch of those. They're really, really cool. I've also seen a crop top version. I think it's a crop top. It ends here and then it shows belly, and then they've got the Stormtrooper legs and armor and everything.
I do in fact have that. I should probably try to put it all together. So the only reason I really have my armor because it's quite expensive. If you just try to buy it off anybody, it's about $1,000. But I was actually accepted into something called the Joker Squad, which is pretty cool. They're a nice group of cosplayers and stuff, and they go around and do charitable events, and they'll do Legoland on Star Wars Day and stuff. So they're really awesome. And they actually hooked me up with a guy who makes Stormtrooper armor. which is where I got this from. And he did it super cheap. And I can't remember what happened. So I sent him my measurements, and I'm quite a thick lady. And these are usually for men.
I think a lot of people, if everyone visits Lady Venom's Instagram, you can see. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's. I'll take it as a gift. But, anyways, the armor that goes on my thighs didn't fit because they thick, and he didn't really take that into account. So he was based in Manchester, so I drove from Abergavenny to Manchester. And he was like, I'm so sorry, come back up, I'll give you a free helmet. So he gave me a free helmet, and he gave me the boobs and the bottom plate, so I could in fact do that, which I have not yet. I've worn it once, I think for a stream a long time ago, but I just wore the breastplate. So I'll have to pull that out. Now that you've said it, I'm gonna pull it out and take some photos. So thank you for that.
This is super cool. Evil Ted said, yes, female troopers. My friend makes these. There is a female troop group as well. So.
Amazing. Maybe your friend is the one that I'm thinking of, that I've seen on Facebook, that he's made all the feminine armor.
Maybe. That's awesome. That's absolutely really cool. Artemis Blackfire says she calls herself Beefy.
Nice.
Instead of like thick.
But, that. You're a beefy girl.
In caps with a space between each letter, THICC. That's like my favorite way of saying thick.
Mine too. I mean, come on.
It's the best. So,
or saying fat as a PHAT.
Oh, PHAT. Yeah, that's also really cool. I love it. I love it. Body positivity all the way. It's like the best. It's like
always.
So why do you cosplay? Like, is there a particular reason you cosplay, or is it just because it is just something you do?
Do you know, I'm a huge nerd. I am. I will admit it.
I could not tell. I didn't think I would know.
No, I didn't know either. No, I always have been. I've loved it since I was little. I mean, the only time, like, I didn't know cosplay was a thing. I only got to, express myself in costumes and stuff once a year at Halloween. And Halloween is my favorite fucking holiday. Favorite ever. If we could just get rid of Christmas and everything else, Halloween all year round, boom, I'd be happy. So when I went to a convention and it was like, you can have Halloween outside of Halloween. I was like, what is this?
It's the single greatest thing ever.
It's calling to me. I need this. So it's just an escape. It's nice to dress up as a stormtrooper and think, I'm usually a dental hygienist, but now I'm just a stormtrooper.
By day, I'm a mild-mannered dental hygienist, and by night, I am stormtrooper. Move along.
Pretty much. And it's always like, I don't know, it's satisfying that, like, I can go about my day professionally and no one knows that I do this. I don't know. And then I have like this other side. It's almost like being Hannah Montana. That's what I feel like.
You know what? I completely get what you mean, because I used to be a groundsman at a holiday park. So I would just be working with the lads, and it would just be me and the lads. And one of them was really into cars, and he had a car that he'd been working on. He polished everything, and the engine was amazing. And it was his favorite car. I think it was a Honda CR-V. It was like a special edition, something he had, and
something fancy.
He loved it. One guy was really into machinery and tools and stuff like that, all the manly kind of stuff. And they'd be like, "So, what do you do on weekends?" And I'm like, "I dress up in a large foam suit and stuff around."
I'm a nerd.
And then they just look at you, and then I started showing them pictures and videos, and then they're like, "That is the coolest thing I have ever seen." And I'm like, "Oh, okay then." So it got to the point where I took in my bolt pistol to show them, and I gave it to them, and they were just like, "This is insane." And I'm like,
you wouldn't realize the amount of people that actually think it's really cool. So when I meet, well, not anymore because I don't cosplay as much, but when I'd meet people, when we're chatting about stuff, like just to obviously keep the conversation going, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm a cosplayer," and they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Well, actually, I'm a stormtrooper." And they're like, "No fucking way." And they just freak out because, come on, I don't care if you don't like Star Wars or not. If you see a stormtrooper walking by, that's pretty impressive.
Exactly.
It's like being a Disney.
By, you're silent, you've got the blaster, and you're just walking by.
Exactly.
It's so cool. I like the ones of you with your hair down and you have your helmet and you're just stood there like a really proud stormtrooper with your helmet on your side.
I need to get more photos in it. I really do. I love it so so much. I haven't worn it enough. I need to give it more love. Do you know what I want to do? You know how you get channel points on Twitch? I want to make one of my rewards. If someone saves up enough, I will get into my Stormtrooper on
that
stream.
Would be cool. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. You have there's something I wanted to ask you about this. You have quite a dangerous one, which is right down the bottom, and it was like end the stream forever. And I'm just like, what? What if someone actually? What if one day somebody actually like has that one? Do they get a special prize, or do you actually just stop streaming?
To be fair, right, it's not, I might have put forever, but I really just meant like if I've just started and I'm streaming for 10 minutes and they're like, nah, let's fuck her up and they hit end stream, I'll just end the stream for the day. There just won't be any more streams for that day.
Wow.
But I'll come back. I'll always come back.
That is crazy. Because I've had a few, I need more ideas. I need more ideas of like what I can do with mine, but there's a lot of stuff I'm working on. But hey, my Discord, by the way, thanks for the info. My Discord is busy as ever. I love my
fantastic. It's good as long as you build it up. So I had a Discord a long time ago when I first started streaming, which was, God, I can't believe it, but 5 years ago.
Wow.
And it had like all my original people and stuff from my channel. Obviously some people that don't come to my channel anymore. And it's just, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't take it serious enough. Twitch was a lot different 5 years ago. It was really basic. You didn't need fancy overlays. You literally just had your face and the game, and that's all you needed.
That was it, yeah.
Because I was talking to one of my friends. I don't know if you've seen her in my chats, and I obviously did the stream with her before, Pixie Cake Face.
Oh, yeah, Pixie Cake Face.
Yeah. She was, she's an original OG with me. So
wow.
I was talking to her the other day and I was like, man, like this is so complicated now. Can you teach me? Because you've really embraced it. And I'm just stuck in my dinosaur ways of just being game and cam, but you need to be so much more now to actually keep up with Twitch. It's just, yeah.
It's a lot of gimmicks. You got to do a lot of gimmicks. Like, you know,
you need a lot of emojis, you need a lot of creation, like I said, the panels, but I mean, it's a lot better. It's much more fun to look at and much more fun to interact with people than it was that long ago.
I mean, I've enjoyed it so far. I haven't really had any issues with it, like in terms of actually running the stream. I've actually enjoyed it. I've gained quite a following quite quickly. I became an affiliate really quickly, which shocked me. I thought affiliate would be something I would take months to do. It was weeks.
Oh no!
It was just a couple of weeks, and I was.
As long as you keep at it and you're methodical and you have a schedule, you can do a lot really quickly. So my problem was, I really just didn't dedicate the time that I should have with it. So I see people who are like 5 years on now, and I'm like, fuck, I could be there. They have like 70K people and all this stuff, and I just think I just didn't put my heart into it enough. I was too busy with university and every other thing, and I wasn't keeping a schedule like I said. So it's just, yeah, it's hard.
I tell you this, right? I tell you this. It's kind of a good thing that you're still where you're at now, because you have such a dedicated following. Like, it's the same people, but you still get the occasional new person who jumps in, which is nice. But you have the same people, and you can still interact with them, and you have a good fan base and everything. I've watched streamers with like 70K plus or whatever. I watch a guy who I think is really funny. I watch Call Me Carson sometimes. I don't know if you know who Call Me Carson is. I watch Call Me Carson, and not everyone knows him. He's a shit poster. He does memes and stuff. He plays games. He's really funny, and he lives in the U.S. He lives in I think he lives in California or L.A. or he lives somewhere.
I think you told me about him before. I didn't check him out, but I remember the name.
His chat, when he's got subscriber mode, his chat is like this, like it's kind of busy, and it's kind of, you can follow it, you can still whatever, and like if I was a subscriber, I'd be able to type and follow the chat and the conversation and everything. But when he puts when he just leaves it open to everyone to chat, it's and it's you. There's no way he can follow it, and he doesn't. He just ignores
distracting.
it. So he carries on doing what he does, and he doesn't follow it, unless, for example, like his mic was muted one time, and the whole chat was just mic muted, mic muted. Obviously, it was the same message repeated. You could see so much.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Oh, is my mic muted?" And then like sorted it out. And,
oh, really? I couldn't tell. Thank you.
And then like sorted it out, and well, it wasn't so much muted. I think there was something wrong with his stream deck or something. I'm not sure, but it was muted, and then the chat started talking again, and you just can't follow the chat. It's impossible to follow the chat. So if you ever got to that point where you can't keep up with your viewers and everything, the original people who helped you start your channel, they're probably just going to leave. Like,
yeah, it's just
not you
disappointing.
personally.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
oh no.
If it was to happen,
Streamers in general.
I don't want to get that big on. I'm happy where I am. I have all my friends in chat. I know people. New people join. I mean, there's Evil Ted is in chat. I never thought I'd become. I never thought I'd get to the point where I've interviewed Evil Ted, spoken to him, messaged him, sent him my shirt, and like he interacts in my chat. It's just like that's great, and that's like a high point for me. But I don't want to get to the point where I can't follow the chat. Or I have like 50 mods because like my mods have like, you know, too much work to do and stuff, and it's just...
It just gets boring because I think the main thing with Twitch is you need to interact with people. So like people, for example, I've got two here I'm looking at. Forsen, and I don't know if you've heard of, let me see if I'm pronouncing her name right. Amaranth, have you heard of her?
Oh, Amaranth, yeah. Amaranth, I've heard of Amaranth. I don't follow Amaranth, but I've heard of Amaranth. You just can't follow her with her Twitch because it's just nonstop. Like you said with the other guy, just constantly. You just can't keep up. And to be fair, she doesn't interact with chat half the time. I'm going to be honest. A lot of the times I click on her stream, she's in her bathing suit, jumping around her bikini, which is fine because she's obviously doing this as a career I think that's
for
her
work.
Thing. That's her thing. Yeah,
that's her thing. She's got OnlyFans. She's working. Like that's it. But I mean, if I'm on Twitch, I mean, I might do it when I'm back in Florida and I got a pool. I might jump around in my bikini.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like,
why not? You're allowed to. But you're allowed to. That's the thing. But like, I don't ever see it getting to the point where it's gonna get so bad or so busy that you're never gonna be able to keep up with your chat, or you're gonna lose people who helped you originally. Like.
It would just be disappointing because I think that's like I said, I think that's the whole point of Twitch is so you can interact with people, because if you just have constant people, it just loses the purpose. You're just there like almost like a show pony on camera doing stuff for people, and you can't even. Yeah, I wouldn't be a fan of that.
I mean, there are some people with so many followers coming in that they've turned the follow notifications off completely because their stream would just get constantly interrupted with new followers. It's
Which is crazy. I am so thankful. Whenever I get one come in, I'm like, oh my God, I've actually got a new follower. Like this is monumental for my stream for the day.
I genuinely, I see here now. Obviously, Dean has followed me, and I really appreciate that. It was before we started, I think, because my notification didn't come up, but I can hear it. It says iron within, iron without, unless I missed it. I don't usually miss it, but...
it might be underneath your overlay.
Hopefully.
So it might have gone off, but be underneath.
It should make a noise, but we'll see. It was 26 minutes ago, but we'll see. I think we've been streaming for 57, so it might have been during the stream. Sorry if I did miss that. I don't like missing it. But we do have a question. If money was no object, which cosplay would she like to make/get?
Venom.
Yes, because you could literally be Lady Venom.
Lady Venom. Because I really love, like, I know obviously I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, but I love Venom. Like, Spider-Man and Venom are the reason that I'm a nerd, basically. So that would be really sick. I saw this really cool, like, foam one at Comic-Con. Must have been 2 or 3 years ago, but it was phenomenal. I had never seen such a good Venom cosplay in my whole life, and yeah, I definitely think that's what I'd go for.
I do apologize. It did come up in the feed, apparently. I do apologize. I'm not sure how I missed that, but I'll have to watch the stream back and just be like, oh, that's where I missed it. I was probably mid-talking. But, yeah, that would be cool, because you'd be like Lady Venom. Because you're Lady Venom and Lady Venomous.
So my stream is called Lady Venomous right now because I let one of my viewers get in my head, and he was going, what happens if you get a bit bigger and you attract some attention and you might get a lawsuit because you're Venom and maybe you should just swap to Venomous? And I'm like, is the word Venom actually like copyrighted? Like, I'm so confused. I don't know. But anyways, we came to the conclusion that I'd be okay. So I'm just at the point where I'm waiting for everything to kind of cycle through so I can become Lady Venom again.
Can you change that on Twitch now at some point? Or
you can. You can change your username multiple times, but it banned me from doing so for 2 months, which is why I've been Lady Venomous.
Fair enough.
For 2 months.
Well, if you do change it, it'll probably come up anyway. It'll probably just change. It's just the S anyway.
Yeah, it changes over pretty quick. It's not too big of a deal. I mean, yeah, it's...
When doing cosplays and stuff, or photo shoots, or even building in general, if you do that sort of side of things, do you prefer to work alone or do you prefer to work with others?
let's see.
It's more of a three-part. Like you could do photo shoots first, and then cosplaying at a con with other people, or just by yourself, or and then building if you want to do it 3 parts.
Photo shoots, I quite like working on my own because I like to just me and the photographer. I obviously bring Mr. Lady Venom with me just for security, because I mean, as much as I like to trust people, I am also very untrusting of people, so I wouldn't like to put myself in that situation. So yeah, photo shoots.
Mr. Lady Venomous, I like that.
Mr. Venom. Venom. We'll call him that instead. We'll take out the lady. We'll be kind to him. So yeah, photo shoots definitely one-on-one because I just feel more kind of relaxed.
Yeah,
I almost feel like I have to be a little too posy with people. I don't know. And things can get awkward depending on the person's actual, like, sort of confidence level in front of a camera and stuff. So, yeah, definitely just solo for that one. What were the other two? Building and...
At conventions, then, when you're cosplaying, do you prefer to, like, walk around by yourself and, like, interact with people? Or do you prefer to walk around, like, in a group of cosplayers? Like...
So maybe when I felt like people knew who I was a little more, I like to walk around on my own because then I could just sit and stand around and talk to people a little more. So like, obviously when I did Cardiff Comic-Con and stuff and people were like, oh, Lady Venom, I'd be like, yay, let's chat. And if I had someone with me, I'd feel a little sad, like for them that they had to like stand around with me and interact with people. But like now that I don't really do anything in the cosplay scene anymore, like I'd rather just have like friends with me.
Yeah, well, like at your table, for example, you could have somebody with you, like if you were doing a table and you were like doing your prints, like you did at Cardiff, like you had your prints and your stuff, and you were just with your friend, like
just chilling. Yeah, that was fine. But like to actually drag someone around on the floor with me, I don't know.
That's what I do though. I drag poor Harry around me. I say drag. We walk around together quite confidently, and it's awesome.
To be fair, I drag Mr. Venom around. I don't know if you've ever seen the meme where it's like, this is what it's like to be a cosplay boyfriend, and then you see the guy looking all sad with the backpack and holding everything. Yep. Yeah, that's him.
I've seen that. There's like a beautiful, elegant cosplay, and she's absolutely stunning, top to bottom, and she's like standing and posing. And he's next to her holding everything, and he's like sweaty, his hair's messed up, and he's got a sign around his leg with cosplay boyfriend, and he's like holding everything.
Exactly.
It's fantastic. It's great. I love it.
So that definitely feels a little bit cruel, but hey, it's what they signed up for.
Ranger of Creed just said it's more me running after you.
See, there you go. They're the stand-in for you.
Now, this is probably quite a silly question to ask, but I'm still going to ask anyway. What is your favorite cosplay that you currently own? And it's probably...
Not including the Stormtrooper.
Yeah, if you could do it obviously the Stormtrooper is everyone
I'd say it's probably Princess Peach. I really like my Princess Peach.
Your Princess Peach, I'm not going to lie, your Princess Peach is awesome. I will say this, though. You were sat behind your table as Princess Peach, and I was just like, hey, how are you today? Walking in with, like, my trolley and stuff, with my Ghostbusters proton pack and stuff, and I walked in with everything. I was like, oh, cool, I'll see you later. You were like, sure. And you got up to hug me, and I was like, oh, good God.
Where are your pants?
Because I had no idea. Because you were sat at the table, and you were just, like, sat there. You were signing stuff or whatever, and I was just like, oh, good Lord.
Who is this woman? Someone give her clothes immediately.
It was so funny because like obviously I'd never because it was so new to cosplay. Like I barely knew anyone then. I just did the Ghostbusters thing. I did Steampunk occasionally, but Ghostbusters was my main cosplay, and I was raising money for charity, so that was the only thing I did. So everyone who came to the table would just be people, and they'd come up and like some cosplay friends or whatever. And then I'd never seen that kind of cosplay, and I was just like, that's awesome.
Instant shocker. But awesome. Yeah, no, that's definitely one of my favorites. That cosplay is quite controversial, though.
Oh, probably. I mean, there's always a costume like that.
Well, no, not because obviously I'm half naked in it.
Really?
It's so what happened was there is a sex worker. Okay, let me see if I remember her name. It's been a long time now.
But by the way, if anyone wants to have a look at more of Lady Venom's cosplays, they are on Instagram, and I think the Princess Peach is also on Instagram as well. If you guys want to see what we're talking about.
Yes, I think so. I might have taken them off purely because I don't really have any good pictures of my Princess Peach, surprisingly. There might be more of them on Facebook, so if you want to have a look. Okay, so this is her. I found her. Her name is Vera Bambi. I don't know if you've heard of her.
No
Anyways,
idea.
she's known for doing quite sexualized cosplay, which I really like. Her and Jessica Negri are kind of, yeah. I like that
Jessica
sort of
Negri,
style.
I know. Jessica Negri, I know.
Exactly. So it's that sort of style. So anyways, she did a Princess Peach cosplay in latex. And I was like, shit, this is awesome. Like, I really want to do this. I need to do this. So I found a latex maker. God, I don't remember who made it anymore. The cosplay is quite old in itself. I think it's about 6 or 7 years old now.
Does the latex deteriorate then in that time?
You know, surprisingly not. I mean, it's still in good shape. All I got to do is oil it up. It lives in a bag in my attic at the moment, so it's fine. But anyways, yeah, I wanted this cosplay, so I went to this latex maker and I was like, here's the inspiration. Would you mind making me something sort of similar? Obviously not completely similar. There's bits of the costume I didn't really like. Obviously, I don't want to, like, you know, completely just copy the look because the artist would have been mad.
You want to sort of go your own sort of path.
Exactly. So I was like, here, change this, change that. Let's mix it up a little. It'll still be latex peach, but it won't be this latex peach.
No, it'll be a different one.
Anyways, the original creator of Vera Bambi's latex came for me hard, calling me out everywhere. It was so dramatic.
Wow.
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I appreciate your coming to me, but if this was such a problem, the person who made my latex was quite big. They have an Etsy shop, they have a real shop, like they're quite high up in the latex community. Yeah. And I was like, if this was a real problem, they should have said to me, no, I can't do this.
Yeah. But the thing
anyways, it went on for ages.
I mean, Princess Peach is copyrighted by the company who owns Princess Peach. So any version, if it's a cosplay, no one can own a specific cosplay. Like, exactly.
But she came for me really hard, really, really hard. It actually put me off wearing the cosplay for a while.
Wow.
But yeah, it was really sucky. You know, and she said a lot of awful, mean things to me, and I just didn't really appreciate it. It was just a lot of unnecessary drama over a costume.
I think now, because you've changed a lot since we've known each other. Like, not in a negative way. You've changed a lot in a really good way. Like, you have fully come out and you don't care anymore. You're just like, nope, you can go to hell. Like, I have had
so much happen, let me tell you, over the past years that I just realized you can't take things personally. You've got to tell people shit to their face. It doesn't matter. Well, it obviously matters if it hurts their feelings, because you obviously need to look at everything from someone else's point of view.
But if they're like coming at you, then that's a different.
Then you just go for it. You just full on go for it. I mean, I had drama the other day. I haven't had drama in so long, and it came out, and I was like, you know what? You might have been my best friend before, but I'm not going to take this shit, and I'm going to go for you. You've come for me. I'm coming for you.
Gloves off. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Fisticuffs right now, right here.
Also, Artemis Blackfire says, I have spammed it already. So you might, if you have your phone, you might.
Let's have a look. I do, in fact, have my phone.
I tell you what's really funny is I will post for a good couple of months or maybe a good couple of weeks, and suddenly Lady Venom will go through my entire feed. And
always.
I'm just like, oh, good God.
I've got to catch up on the love, man. You post a lot. Like, some people post 1 or 2 a day max, and you're there like 4 or 5 a day, and I'm like, fuck, I've missed so much. I just need to go through and keep spreading the love.
I love it. I love it. Genuinely. It is absolutely fantastic, because like because obviously I have such a love for you and your cosplays in general, because we've known each other for so long, and it's really nice. And it's just seeing that just come up, it's like, oh, she's actually gone through and seen everything. I love it.
Hell yeah.
It's really nice.
Well, you know, Instagram's algorithm is so fucked up that I find that every now and then, if you don't go on people like who you actually want to see, if you don't go on their pages and spam them, you won't see them come up in your newsfeed. No, so I find if you go and spam, you'll see them more often.
Was it you who posted in my Discord, I believe, the perfect times for posting on Instagram?
I did.
I've got that as a screenshot, and I'm going to try have a look into that, see if I can do it.
That's actually really good.
Thanks to one of my mods, thanks to Desi, Dragonheart Cosplay, she she's the one who told me start using hashtags, and Ranger Krieg and her helped me out a lot doing it. And now I have a notepad document on my phone, which is like my Krieg, my Space Marine, my like bits and bobs, all the different like hashtags. So I just copy them all and paste them in, and I love that.
That's actually a really good idea. I should do that. I never thought about copy and pasting hashtags. I usually sit there for 5 minutes like, what can I hashtag? And these might be really stupid. It might be like pink hair and girl and alternative, but it'll get me there, maybe.
Awesome.
It'll work.
Thank you so much, Sir. Oh, God. Sir Cats Poop a Lot. That's awesome. I just got a follower. I think it's...
You know who that is. Don't you know who that is?
Oh, wait. I think I know. Oh, that's Poop.
That's Poop.
Hey, Poop.
Don't let him fuck with you. That's Poop.
Thank you so much, Poop. Welcome, Poop. This is awesome. I love that people from your channel are coming over to mine as well. I love that.
They freaking better. They'd be watching me otherwise, so they need to get their asses in here.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Oh, here we go. Here you go. Sir Cat's Poopalob. Hey, Lady Venom. Kind of new here. What's your favorite cosplay? You silly goose. We've already done that, you silly goose.
I hate him so much. There we go. I gave you and I hate you in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Also, I'm being told to tell you about the shadow bans. If you keep using, apparently, if you use the same hashtags like multiple times, like in a row, like I do, I think, you get like shadow banned. They don't like ban you.
Oh, shit.
Ban you. If you use the same hashtags in the same order, Instagram is more likely to hide your post. So that's
interesting. Oh, well, I definitely don't put them in the same order because I have to sit there and think about them all the time. So they're definitely in a different order every time.
I think the way you do it is kind of better, I think, because like I copy and paste. But luckily, when I do different things, like if I'm doing my Iron Warrior, I will change stuff at the bottom of the thing to like if I'm wearing a Power Fist, I'll add Power Fist and I'll add Hazard Stripes and I'll add Shovel and things like that. And,
you'll just have to like mix them in from now on when you actually do it. Just like click a random space where you have your hashtags and like type that one in the middle of the other one.
Mix them around. There's a website apparently which is really cool that if you can put multiple hashtags in, then you can click randomize and it will just throw them around. So I don't know whether that works, but they'll probably find another way around that as well. So I
actually have an app that I look to use. It's called.
You picked the best person to interview, Iron. She is so rude to random people in chat.
That's my specialty.
Just letting my mods know, by the way, Sir Poop Slot is A-OK. He's awesome and will.
He's a troll. You can ban him if you want. He loves it. He loves it. He lives for the ban. Every time I stream, he begs to be banned. But yeah, I have this app called Chief Follow, and it's really cool because it shows you. Hang on, let me bring it up so I can tell you. Not advertising. It's a free app, obviously.
What did you say? It's called Chief's Follow.
Chief Follow, and it gives you a variety of different things you can look at. So it lets you look at unfollowers. So people maybe like, sometimes you give people a mutual follow because you're like, yeah, you're my friend. I'm going to follow you. But if they choose not to follow you back, this will tell you. Let me see what else. Yeah. It tells you about the ghosts. So it shows you ghost followers who follow you, but they haven't liked your photos in a long time. So this can actually mess up your Instagram. I did it clear out. I think I got rid of like 1,000 people on my cosplay page.
Wow. Wow.
Sometimes you can get too clogged up and other people won't see your posts. So if you get rid of the ghosts, it can kind of boost your numbers up a bit. You can also see who unfollowed you recently.
Wow.
Which is very handy.
Crazy. I'm gonna actually.
You're
gonna have to actually link me that in the Discord so I can have a look at that, or just link it to me in the Facebook chat because we have our own Facebook chat.
Because you have a Samsung as well, don't you?
I have
the phone, Samsung phone.
Oh yeah, I got a Samsung phone. Yeah.
That's what it's. So it's an Android app.
I've got an S10. I love my S10.
Fantastic. But yeah, and they have something else called Secret Admirers, which is quite new that I like. So it shows you the people who don't follow you, but they like your photos all the time.
I love this.
That one's fun.
Sir Poops a Lot and my mod Dragonheart. Dragonheart are having a hell of a time in chat. It's brilliant. It's kind of a lot like Time Out in kindergarten. I love that. I got a lot of time out in kindergarten. I love it. This is great. This is fantastic. So that app now will let you see everything, so you can sort of work things out. If you've got a lot of ghost followers, you can get rid of them. That kind of.
You can monitor things, which is pretty cool.
I need to do that. That's awesome.
It was me.
You used 7 bits. Thank you so much. You're an
Take my bits,
sweetheart. Thank you so much for your biddies.
Throwing my bits at you, my itty bitty titties. Take them.
Oh, wow,
wish you could rename bits because I would love to rename my bits that.
Mr. Destructoid 1. It says Lady Venom has used 7 bits. It says Mr. Destructoid 1.
Oh, that's what the little emoji guy's called.
Oh, cool. Oh, sorry. I see. Sorry, I'm looking at OBS. That's my thing. I've got chat. I've got chat there, so I'm looking at OBS.
There you go.
Ah, right. I love that. I love that. I'm just gonna put. There you go. I love that. Dragon out. Fuck's sake. Oberon has his own cult on your Discord. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, awesome. That's fine. I need to have a look at that when I get on Discord next. So, other than your Stormtrooper, because I know your Stormtrooper was fairly expensive, even though you said he did it slightly cheaper for you. But what is the most expensive cosplay you've done to date? I'm thinking Peach would be quite expensive.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I've heard latex isn't cheap.
No, it's not. Sadly, she might be the most expensive. I mean, to be fair, right? So the person who I had drama with, not too long ago, she was my best friend, and she was super into cosplay, and she was trying to get me back into cosplay. So she was actually, I would go over her house. She lives in Bristol, and I would sit there, and she would custom make cosplays for me. So my Leia she made. My Supergirl she made, and my she all made. So to be fair, right, if I had brought any of those, like I literally just paid for her for the materials. I'd sit with her, we'd cut them out, we'd spend time together. Like maybe if I had actually like bought those instead of just paying for the materials, they would have been a lot more expensive, because she does put out really good quality work. So
it's always the case here. Like if someone was to pay me just for the materials to make them a prop, the prop would be really cheap. But it's also the hours I work. Like I always.
Oh yeah, of course.
You work at the hours, and I work at set hours. And I work at set hours even if I work overtime and I go over the time. Like if I'm really on the flow and I'll just keep going and I'm like really grooving with it, I'll just keep building. But I write all my hours down, but I split them all up properly so it all works out properly. I don't just charge excessive amounts for the amount of hours, because I don't have to. I just choose to. So it kind of works out better that way. But yeah, I probably can guess that because latex apparently is like stupid expensive. So like someone I know bought a latex Harley Quinn recently, a full body latex Harley Quinn with the headpiece and everything, and the actual horns and everything. Well, not the horns, but the Harley Quinn.
The little
And like I think it was up in the 1,000 something, like 1,500, like something like
what?
That, which is like because it was.
I was gonna say I think I've seen one of the. Made to her. Oh, to be fair, yeah, I have seen full body like latex Harley Quinns come up, but they were like I think like 500 or 600 on Etsy and stuff. But maybe because she had gone to someone personally and everything, it was.
Yeah, I think so. They might it might be fully custom for different stuff, but you've done a bunch of cons. What is your favorite convention?
So.
Also, is that your second apple pie?
It is. It is. I told you I'm a slow eater, but I just realized I finished the first one, so it's time to go on the second.
Kakashi has joined.
Oh, Kakashi, hi.
Kakashi. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, your notifications are actually popping up now.
Yep, I can see them. I think it was just turned down because I have to turn down my system volume because I don't want my mic picking you up.
Oh, there we go.
Speakers, so I try to shut it like down so I can hear you, but the mic can't.
It's all very complicated. So let's see. My favorite one. If I had to go back in time, my favorite ever con would have been that Birmingham one that I went to that long ago. Because
was that MCM Birmingham?
Yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. But it was completely different to how it is now. It's really gone downhill. I don't enjoy Birmingham MCM anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
But it was phenomenal. They had so many more rooms, like, and much larger space than they do now. They had in like companies and brands that they can't seem to get in anymore. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. It blew my mind. I don't know if it was because it was my first con, but no other con has ever compared to it really. And they used to give out free stuff. I obviously, I know you weren't into cosplay back then, or did you go to cons before you got into cosplay?
No, my first ever convention actually came up on my personal Facebook feed the other day because I was tagged in the pictures before I got my cosplay page, saying like this many, I've forgotten how many years ago it was, but it was this many years ago you attended Cardiff Film and Comic Con with a bunch of your friends.
There we go.
We were the COGS, the Carmarthenshire Organisation of Genteel Steampunk, COGS.
Oh, very cool.
Because I live in the county of Carmarthenshire, and I thought that was really cool. And
that is really cool.
That was really awesome. That's run by Lurcher Gallery, my friend Marcus Belden Smith, and it was so much fun. Steampunk was my first ever thing, so that was very, very like a long time ago.
Steampunk's super
so
cool.
I did go to cons. My first ever con, I went kitted up as a steampunk, and then I just kept going as a steampunk. And then went as a professor and met this cosplayer dressed as a marshmallow shooty lady. It was, I don't know.
Never heard of her.
But it was only Cardiff. I'd only go to Cardiff. And then I started going to more questionable conventions like Anime Con. Which we don't speak of. But that was before I knew anything. That was before I knew better. That's before I knew better.
Oh, I've never been to any of those. I managed to avoid all of those, luckily. But ignoring
the situation, the con was fun to meet my friends and see people and walk around and do the cool stuff and see the stalls and everything. But now
that you know everybody who runs it is a pedophile.
Yeah, now that I know, it's like, no, I'm good. I think
I'll pass.
And then like it was really funny after finding out and then speaking to them and then like that kind of stuff and then being invited and asked a message, do you want to come to it? And I'm like, I'm good, thanks. I'm busy.
I have a funeral. It's yours. I'll pass.
I know this isn't great to admit this on a stream, but I really don't care because I don't go to their stream. I don't go to their cons anymore. I go to 1,000 other events, which are far better. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. There's no point. But no, anyways, cons originally used to give out tons of free stuff. Tons of swag. It was nuts. I used to come home with bags full of stuff from cons. It was just unbelievable. But anyways, they've obviously stopped all of that now. So, but yeah, I think now if I had to pick a con, I am torn between Manchester and London, because Manchester, although it's a lot smaller than the other cons, it's a very good convention. I don't know. Have you been to Manchester?
Play Expo Manchester.
I haven't been to that, but just like the normal MCM is very good.
Not the MCM. Play Expo. I've been to MCM London, but Play Expo Manchester is where we built my Space Marine live in front of everyone.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Play Expo Manchester has a very important place in my heart because it was like they gave us we spoke to the guy after the first event and we were just like, we have this idea, and explained it to him in the middle of the con floor while everything was being packed up, and he just went, yeah, why not? And I'm like. And then it just happened. And he just gave us a shot. He just gave us a shot. And he came over and stuff. And he was like, this is awesome. He was like, this is great what you guys are doing, showing everyone.
Yeah.
Sadly, we had signs being like, I called us the Big Build Show. And it was like sort of reference to the Big Show, from WrestleMania.
Right, okay.
And we had the Big Build Show. And we were building the suit in front of people, and there was a laptop. My laptop was open with the part we were building on Peppercura, so people could use the laptop and have a look at the part and spin it around and everything. And it was great,
cool.
But people kept mistaking us for a cosplay repair table that was there as well. There was a cosplay repair table.
Oh my God.
They'd come over, we'd be like mid-gluing and be like, not here, over there. And then occasionally we'd be like, oh, for God's sake, give it here, glue. Hold it.
What a pain in the ass.
And we'd be like, there. Carry on gluing, building the suit, cutting bits out. And we built a whole Space Marine chassis frame, if you will, in a weekend.
You guys should have put a big sign that said, not the cosplay repair table, but if you're nice to us, maybe.
That would have been absolutely ideal. But we did do a panel. We did do a panel, and we were on the stage, and we were telling people about it, and then we went, but we're not the cosplay repair table.
I'm sure they enjoyed that.
But no, convention-wise, I haven't been to many massive ones. I've been to nice, sort of smaller ones. Still nice, big, decent, chunky ones, but not like London MCM.
Well, let me tell you, when London's back on, you definitely need to take your Space Marine over there, because
London MCM. I've been to London MCM once.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
okay.
Once in my Space Marine, and it was probably the best time ever. I completely destroyed the feet of my Space Marine, the boots inside. I tore the boot completely at the back in half, and it was the best time I've ever had. I love it. My feet hurt, my legs hurt, I was broken, bruised, and I loved every second of it. It was amazing.
You needed a week to recover.
Oh yeah, no, I took the entire week of me recovering, being all bruised and sore. It was just me repairing my Space Marine. Not much damaged on it. I just needed to replace the boots, which I have done now with wellies.
I think with most cosplays, I think if you've worn them well and had lots of fun, the majority of them need to be fixed by the end.
100%. So, what's your favorite part of cosplay? So when you get into your Stormtrooper or your Princess Peach or for example, I know you did, there was one you did. You haven't done it much. I keep forgetting which one it is. I think you did it once or twice.
Describe it.
I'm gonna have to get your Instagram up because I keep forgetting.
Okay.
I keep forgetting which one it is. I actually don't remember, and it's.
No, that's okay.
Because you did Peach. You did. Mm-hmm. Was it your assassin?
Laura Croft.
I think it was your assassin.
My assassin.
I think you did an assassin.
Have I done one that I've forgotten about?
You had a hood and huge sleeves, and you looked like an assassin. It was on your Instagram, and well, it was on your Facebook page when I saw it. But
wait a minute. Now I'm very confused.
You had the hood and you had ropes. You had little like ropes for the little pull tie for like the shirt, and it was. I will find it on Instagram and send.
It's Princess Leia.
Oh, that's Leia. Oops, sorry, that's Leia. My bad. It's because of the sleeves. I was.
They're the Leia sleeves.
It looked like my bad. Sorry.
I was like assassin.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Kakashi saying Princess Leia. My bad.
That one.
There you go, Princess Leia. That's not the picture I saw, by the way. That is not the picture I saw. The picture I saw was completely different, and it was just Lady Venom in front of a wall with her hood, and I couldn't see the hair. Seriously, Dobrik. Yes, seriously.
This.
Not the picture.
This is what you're thinking of.
There you go. See. That doesn't look like Leia. That looks like an assassin to me. And I was like, that's so cool because it looks really like Assassin's Creed kind of head. It looks really cool. Sorry,
I mean, I could be an assassin if we really want to.
Everyone's like, seriously, God damn it, Dobrik, in one stream. Oh no, Dobrik, wow. Yeah, it happens. I can't be perfect always. Oh, I'm just saying, I can't be perfect always. I try my best.
Okay, we'll let you off the hook.
I do my research. I try to get as much info as I can. It's difficult sometimes.
Feel that. Wow, I do feel that. Trust me.
So Poops a lot's like, I'm embarrassed.
He's always embarrassed. He's embarrassed of my life. I don't know what to say to him.
Retreat, tactical defense movements. No, I'm an Iron Warrior. I will attack and destroy the fortifications. Okay, so anyway.
Oh, so your question. One of my favorite things about cosplay, right, is the fact that people who are, anxious, or they might not get to interact with other people a lot, or just, you know what I mean? Like really sheltered, really just nervous, embarrassed, all these sorts of things. You get to actually stand and have a conversation with them and make them feel happier. Like, I like that sort of thing, to actually sit and talk to someone and think, yeah, I might have just made that person's day because I sat with them, I gave them attention, I made them feel special. Like, I like that.
That is, if I genuinely feel that's amazing, because I feel like that a lot. Like, I tell David this regularly. When I met him at Cardiff Film and Comic Con, I wasn't a Ghostbuster. I think I was my steampunk then. I think I was just my regular steampunk, my first steampunk, which was literally just me, hair gelled over, like brushed really nicely. I had my beard all trimmed and everything. I had my steampunk glasses on. I had a waistcoat, a white shirt, my cane with a brass top.
Fantastic.
I was just dressed dapper. If I was to leave the con and just go to a bar with my trench coat and stuff on,
people would just think you're fancy.
People would just be like, "Oh, there goes a very well, smartly dressed chap." But then you're like, "No, I'm Brutus Black. I'm a steampunk character I created." But then when my character Brutus Black got more and more and more, he got more elaborate and more stupid and a giant gun.
More fantastic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. More fantastic. Exactly.
And you had the Pliff helmet. Is it called a Pliff helmet?
Yeah, Pliff helmet. When I was the professor,
Pliff helmet. There we go.
Helmet on. Yeah, and I bought several bowler hats since. I love my bowler hats.
Very nice.
But when it came to meeting David Roth, when he stopped and was willing to talk to me, that was the best. So I like that. When I'm in this and people come up and talk to me, I like to talk to them and give them time. I love doing it.
Of course. I mean, it's just.
Also my towering pile of hats. I think I've worked it out. I think I own 23 hats.
I think I need to see this. I feel like we have similar interests. You collect hats. I collect shoes.
You collect shoes. I do hats.
Oh.
I love hats. There's something about hats. Actually, funny thing, this is just a plain baseball cap, but I bought myself a plain black baseball cap the other day.
Very nice.
My green one's starting to die. I have a green one that I normally wear, but it's starting to wear out and be really uncomfortable to wear, and it's digging into the sides because the plastic's going through.
Yeah.
So I had to buy a new one, and that was like £3, so that's fine.
Deal of the century.
What is... Now, I've asked you like what your favorite part of cosplay is to you. But I always try to do the opposite as well, which is what is your least favorite part about cosplay? There's always there's cosplay positivity all the time, but there's always obviously a negative to cosplay. I mean, I myself have had negative experiences. Nothing like insanely traumatic, but just sort of really shitty moments that you're just like, oh, I can't believe that just happened. And it sort of puts a bit of a downer on your day, but then your friends come up and they cheer you up, and then it's like a great day again.
I feel like there's a lot of shitty people. I mean, no matter what you do, let's be honest, there's always shitty people in the world who are always willing to bring you down. But you know, that's just life. But I feel like at times the cosplay community can be very negative, and they can be very part of the cancel culture. Yeah. Which isn't always fair. I mean, there's just a lot of bad stuff that happens. There's a lot of pedophiles because it's adults mixed with children, and it's children in costumes who don't always say they're a child. Like, just things get bad really quickly. That's definitely a huge negative. I mean, personally, myself, the only time I've had negative things happen is probably just with people being shitty in the community. Obviously, I've never so when I was single, I used to let people touch my butt at cons, which was fine because I consented. It was adults, obviously. Like, if they wanted to pose with me and take a picture, fine. You go ahead. I'm half naked. You touch that butt. You live your best life.
Live your best life.
You live your best butt touching life.
I love that.
I mean, I have a photo, obviously, when I started dating Mr. Venom. That all changed, but I have a photo of me dressed as Juliet Starling. And I don't know if you've ever played Lollipop Chainsaw, but there is an achievement. Do you know the achievement when you look under her skirt?
Yeah. I
was carrying that around with me on a big cardboard cutout.
See, I only found out about that achievement watching someone do a Let's Play of it. That's the only way I found out.
You know,
I was more interested in killing shit, so I was just, you know.
I don't remember how I found it out. I think I was just panning the camera around, and I was like, oh, I wonder what it looks like under there. And then boom, and I was like, oh, fuck. That's awesome. Inconvenient. So yeah, I carried that around with me, and then what I'd do is I would turn around and, like, because it was a very short skirt, I had cheerleading shorts underneath, and I'd be like, hey. So, but no, I really enjoyed that. But negative, yeah, I just, like I said, with the kids and adults and the mix and the pedophilia, and it's just, it's not great. I mean,
no, it is not
I've shared this with my stream. I'm extremely open about it. If someone ever asked me, I'd be like, yeah, I've had experiences with pedophilia in my life. And it's just really fucked up, man. Like, it's just, yeah.
I love how open you are with your community as well, especially when it comes to cosplay and stuff in your streams. You're just really open about it, and I think that's fantastic. Because I mean, you could do a panel. You could do a panel at a con about just how to sort of work with that sort of stuff, like deal with it, and like what paths you can take to sort of, like, you know, sort it out and get it stopped, or, you know, get that person sort of dealt with, that kind of thing.
Exactly. There's so many ways to avoid it, really.
I just get negativity about my cosplays, sometimes about me, it depends. But luckily, I have, like, the fact, my like, Harry and Desi, who will, like, they're on my cosplay page almost all the time, and they'll see a comment or something, and then they'll tell me about it, and then I can deal with it. Or Desi will reply to it, and she will just
be like, fuck you, man,
down with a hammer, and then it's just like,
fantastic.
You can delete that, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I'll delete it. But it depends what it is. Like, I've had a lot of stuff, and then, like, it's
I've definitely had a lot of negative comments over the years between my cosplay and everything else. But I just, you know, I have quite a thick skin. It really takes a lot for something to bother me. I would have to know someone really, really personally for them to say something really rude and negative about me. That's probably the only time it would affect me. Someone talking shit about me on the internet that I don't know. Couldn't care less.
No,
could not care less, because they don't know me. They don't know anything. All they see is what I'm portraying online, and they're going, "Yeah, I'm going to attack you for this."
Oh my god! Like, the Poop has just inserted a negative comment here.
He always does.
I'm gonna get my mod to remove that comment. Go on, Desi, just remove
his
the comment.
Whole life. There you go. His whole life is a negative comment.
Because it says insert negative comment here. It's like, remove said negative comment.
To be fair, right? I feel like people shouldn't be on the internet if they can't handle bad things because you just put yourself out there. I mean, it's like on Reddit, I posted something before. Oh, okay. So that's what it was. I have this spandex nylon set that looks like a stormtrooper. So I posted it.
It's like a jogging, it's like a workout thing. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, but like
it's comfy, it's stretchy, and it's a stormtrooper. So of course I love it. But I posted a picture of myself wearing that on Reddit, and of course I was ripped to shreds. Because what do you expect? It's Reddit. Like,
Reddit's vile.
Yeah. But it's just like, I did that to myself. I knew what to expect. Did I read the comments? No. Did I did I really like research and analyze and go into depth with what these people are saying? No, because I really didn't give a shit. Sure, I gave them some downvotes because fuck them. But you know what I mean.
Downvotes are like better than if you had replied. Like downvotes are like, oh god, someone's downvoted. Like
that's a big fuck you. That's a middle finger. Have my downvote.
I love that. No, I'm not your slave, Jeffrey. Well, you're my mod, so
it counts. I call my mods my slaves. If Dean and Lloyd were in here, they know they're my simp slaves.
I love that. Poop just said, the Simp Nation Reddit.
He's part of the Simp Nation. That's why he's saying it. He knows lots about it.
So now that we've spoken about that sort of the positive and the negative side of things when it comes to that, how do you view yourself as a cosplayer?
In what sort of sense?
Sort of like so some people see themselves as they don't think they're anyone. They're just like no I'm nobody. I'm just quiet and I'll just keep to myself. Some people see this sort of like more of a I try to reach out to people and like help them with cosplays and like that kind of thing and
I am very much.
Do you see yourself as like a higher up kind of cosplayer? Do you see yourself as sort of like a middle ground, or do you see yourself as sort of I'm just a regular, everyday, ordinary cosplayer? So
if I had, I'll shed some light on different ways that I see myself. So I definitely think I'm a very much, I can be, if I know you and I'm chill, I can be a very much loud in your face sort of person. I do know when to tone it down, obviously, because my mom is the same way. So I know when to reel it in. So let's say, for example, when I go to Cardiff cons, I felt like, wow, I feel like I'm quite well known. Like, this is really cool. I went to a Tesco outside, like when it wasn't con time, and someone went, hey, Lady Venom. And I was like, I feel famous. Like, this is so cool.
It is crazy,
but
isn't it?
It's a big fish in a little pond sort of situation. I go to London, I'm no one. It's just one of those things. I enjoyed the attention and feeling like that. But no, I'm a small cosplayer, mix it up. I'm not very serious about it. If people ask me for help, I'll give it to them. But a lot of the time, I don't know what I'm doing. So it's just one of those things. I see myself as a very much casual cosplayer now. Before, maybe if I had kept on, kind of like I said with streaming, I might be a little bigger than I was. But it's just, there's too many things in life to really focus on just one thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't focus on one thing at a time. I just can't. I like focusing on many different things at once. So I never, unless I love something, I never fully put my all into everything.
I love that though, the big fish, little pond. I like that. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I've never thought. I mean, obviously, I don't see myself as a big fish in a little pond because I just see myself as just me. But I've had people be like, bruh. Listen, like people know you, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but I know people too, and that doesn't. I see it all as the same sort of thing. But people are like, but you need to understand. And I'm like, I do understand. Now stop.
But here we all know you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I love this because obviously this is the channel, this is what I do, the Discord and everything, and it's nice to sort of interact with people like that. But as you said, I was shopping in Farm Foods in Carmarthen, and the guy at the till was just like, hey, you're wearing a cosplay, aren't you? And I'm like, and I literally just went all red.
Yes,
and
it's
I was
me.
Like, and I stopped and started. Normally, I'm great with words, and I know what I'm talking about, and I can talk to somebody. And I was just like, I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll wear the thing. I do the.
I'm leaving now. Thank you.
I do the Space Marine, but I told them, like, just so you know, that's really made my day, and like loaded up my trolley and stuff. I was like, that's all paid, and I was like, just so you know, you've like full on made my day, and I just went home really happy, and then posted about it, and I was like, it's the best thing, and just that, I love that. Like
It is a nice
I went to
feeling.
London. I went to London MCM. I was nobody. I just walked around. Yeah, big suit. People like the robot noises and stuff. People do stop me and like take photos.
Of course, hell yeah, because they're like, oh my god, this
I
shit's
had to tell
amazing.
everybody pretty much, 99% obviously, you had to give them the card and tell them who you are.
course.
Read my shoulders, says I'm wearing cosplay. And they're, oh, cool, I'll find you. And occasionally then, I see a Warhammer cosplayer. I don't automatically assume that they know who I am, but at MCM, the 3 I met, including Rogel Dawn, who's Dave Sinclair, obviously I already knew them, they knew me, so that was kind of a given. But it's nice to have people who I've never met, people who live in London who have never seen the cosplay before, and they just come up and they're just like, that's so cool. I get sent links to videos after MCM of a guy walking along, looking at the floor and going, wait a minute. And then one guy was like, wait, what the hell's that? Is that a giant robot? And he goes, no, that's a space marine. Hold on, that's an Iron Warrior. And then the camera runs up and he starts filming me and chatting to me, which is really nice. But yeah, as you said, big fish, little pond. I like that analogy. That's a good one. But then I was a very tiny fish in a very big pond at MCM because MCM.
Exactly. I mean, it's a good analogy for a lot of things. It's like we used that analogy for something else the other day. We were talking about workplace, that you can be really high up in a workplace and you can feel like you're the boss. Everybody knows you. You have the skills. You're in a small company, and then you leave and you go work in a big company and you're back at the bottom.
You're back at the bottom.
You've gone from huge, like really
nobody,
big deal in this company to nobody. It's a good analogy for a lot of things.
It really is. I'm going to start using that because that's really, I like that. Because it works at so many levels. I love it. That's fantastic. So
well, it's actually, funnily enough, I don't know if you've seen it. There's a movie called Big Fish, and it is one of my favorite movies.
Who's the Big Fish? I think I might have. I'm not sure.
It's what's his name? Oh God, is it Ewan? No, hang on. Let me think. I'm gonna get his name wrong.
Go on. Make sure you get his name right. Because otherwise, I have no idea. I'm quite good at names.
It's Ewan McGregor.
Oh, I know Ewan McGregor. Yeah. But I don't think I've seen that film. I'm gonna have to.
He's the main actor. I think he's really the only noticeable, like, big name actor in it. But it's just him, kind of. It's a really crazy movie, but he's really big in his town, and then he goes to another town, and he's small, and it's just really good. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Kakashi said, Carl, come on, we're all big fish in each other's eyes.
Oh, it's true. You're a big fish to me.
I love it.
All my friends are big fish.
What would you, Lady Venom, advise somebody, what advice would you give to somebody even who's just getting into cosplay? What would you could do it as a sort of, I could say that as like, what would your advice be to someone starting off? You could do it as where you can start social media wise and work your way up, because you do a lot on social media. You're quite busy on social media. From what
but I don't do enough. That's the thing.
Oh wow! I consider you being quite busy. Me personally.
Yeah, I'm not active enough. Really, truly, I could be way more active because it's just, social media is a really difficult game to play, which is why people go around, people who've mastered it, they will sell guides on how to navigate it and how to do it. But again, that's one of those things you have to put your all into. You have to just constantly, it has to be your baby. You have to nurture it 24/7 because people just constantly want new content. That's just what they crave. That's why you're on social media, because you're scrolling for new things. So if you don't like appease, like, you just don't make people happy. If they're not liking your posts, then they're not seeing them and they get hidden.
Yeah.
So, I mean, social media it's a struggle. I get these like urges and boosts of energy and I'm like, yeah, fuck it. This is it. This is the day I'm going to go full hard. I'm going to try to grow my followers. I'm going to go all in. And then I'm very much, I need satisfaction immediately. So if I don't see improvements quite quick, I go, fuck it. I'm done. This has not satisfied me. So I'm out.
Fair enough. I mean, the post to sort of likes ratio I find on Facebook is a lot quieter than when I post something on Instagram.
Facebook is the worst. Really, truly, it's becoming a platform mainly based at older audiences now. So it's good for people like my mom, my dad, good for families to connect, but it's not really good for content creators because you don't see enough quickly. And honestly, Instagram is such a huge platform in comparison, as well as Twitter. Twitter is probably way better than Instagram for getting noticed. But again, Twitter is very hard to build a following. I mean,
yeah, I've sort of put Twitter like away for a little bit because I'm struggling with Twitter. I used to share Instagram posts directly to Twitter, but they only come up as just a block of text with like a
it's not ideal. It can mess you up because then when people go look on your Twitter profile, they're like, oh, this person does share links. Like, I'm not going to follow that because then I'm just going to have links all over my timeline. So no, if I had to give advice to someone who was starting out in cosplay that was trying to put everything on social media, I'd say, fuck it, just go for it. Make an account everything possible. Make Facebook, make Instagram, make Twitter, and just post as much as you possibly can. But just take multiple pictures and just post them. You just have to stick with the algorithm. It's like this whole big thing. You have to have color blocks. Like, oh God, I can't even tell you how much time and effort I've put into looking at this. I mean, you saw, like I said, the schedule that I made of the best posting times. There's so much, and it's not even like it's new. So it's not like it's a new game. You have to try to keep up with all the people who are like at 1 million followers and just getting to 10K followers is such a big feat that I've never even been able to achieve. I mean, I was excited the other day because let's see how many I'm at now. I'm finally building up a little bit more after having to kill off so many of my followers because they were just ghosts.
What, 1,000 you said? Because I've only just recently hit 3,000.
I'm not even at 3,000 yet. I'm at 2,671, and my page and follower count has been stagnant for a long, long time. I found the time that I was getting the most followers was when I was doing stuff in my Star Wars outfits, but then it's dropped off. I mean, I'm posting stuff with Leia and I'm just not getting the likes and things that I used to. I mean, I did, where is it? I've always kept this post. I have 2 posts. I somehow, when I did, I don't know if you ever saw it, I did Tigra.
I think I saw Tigra.
So it was basically a full body paint cosplay. I was orange with tiger stripes in a bikini. And that somehow managed 1,225 likes. I've never seen that happen on any of my posts or anything before.
That is a hefty chunk of likes, that is.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what tag I used, but it was nuts. It was so exciting because my phone was just going off and I was like, I feel so like amazing right now. Like just the self-gratification from this.
Well, you need that positivity. You need that self-gratification, if anything, because it makes you like you've succeeded. It's like, this is happening. People are liking this. This is like,
it's good, but it's also really toxic because you can't base your life around likes, which is kind of why. No. Yeah, it's just I used to do that a lot with my photos. If I posted a photo and it didn't get enough likes, I'd be like, fuck it, let's take it down. The photo was obviously not good enough. People didn't like it. I don't like it. It was just, it can be really negative at times. I still kind of feel like that, but that's why now I have a personal page that I've locked and I have the cosplay page, because the personal page, if it gets 10 likes, I don't care. My mom, my dad, my family are on my my personal. It's friends that I know, like, I don't care. I just want them to see it. I've obviously posted it for a reason, but I'm very still critical with my cosplay page. If something doesn't get enough likes, I will take it down because it's just all about growth and numbers. If someone goes on your page and they see you got 30 likes and then they scroll and see you've got 250, it's like, what's wrong? What's going on here?
Yeah, that's it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. There is a video of me on my cosplay page holding my phone. Literally, when we got home, I posted all my content on my Facebook page, shut the internet off. We drove home, sat down. I turned on my phone and the notifications were going off and off and off and off and off. And there's a video of me just holding my phone, just nodding to every notification, like, there's another and another. And I loved that. I loved that. But obviously, that was back when I was just starting, so that's a whole different, kettle of fish now compared to now. It's just, although me and Harry did post a video of me with a saxophone at the event. We did it. We posted it. We shut our phones off, drove home, and it had hit a colossal amount of views and likes in like the time
amazing
we take the drive home, because it was just it's weird though, right? You do a random shitty little saxophone video for shits and giggles in the middle of a car park. You don't expect much to come of it, but then you do a full on an actual proper thing that you've worked at and it's like, that'll get a few likes.
It's just, honestly, you just don't know what the internet wants. It just changes day by day. It's crazy. I feel like the biggest platform, back to the what would you suggest to someone, TikTok is freaking huge.
TikTok is big right now.
Unbelievably.
I just can't bring myself to do it. I just can't.
I mean, I feel it because I will sit for hours and watch TikToks because it's like Vine. I loved Vine.
Vine was my favorite thing. There was something about Vine that I just...
TikTok is basically Vine. I know a lot of children take it over and they're posting videos, but as long as you... So TikTok's got a pretty good algorithm. If you like enough like posts of content you want to see, it'll just make your timeline just of that. You won't get any weird things. Like there's the joke. There's straight TikTok, there's gay TikTok, and there's alternative TikTok. I am on the gay and alternative side because straight TikTok is very weird. I myself obviously am a straight person, but that side is just way better because the straight people are just very...
I'd probably try to go for the memes slash like shit posting TikToks, like the really random ones, the really weird ones. Like there's some
I have that on mine too.
There's some really funny ones that I like on TikTok. That not actually on TikTok, but like I've seen on YouTube, and it'll be like a shit posting memes TikTok compilation. It's just really random stuff that makes no sense to anyone, but it's just the funniest stuff.
There's one weird worm one that I keep watching, and I'm like, why am I watching this? This is like the new Salad Fingers.
Oh, did you
say like an anime?
Fingers?
I did say Salad Fingers.
Salad Fingers is a classic from my childhood. I watched Salad Fingers on Albino Black Sheep with when it was made on Flash like editor.
That's what I mean. So there's this guy who's trying to recreate Salad Fingers, but it's with these weird worm people. It's actually someone in Leeds, I think the guy said he's from, but he has a YouTube channel for these weird videos. And yeah, he's on TikTok and he's getting big from TikTok now. But I've actually made some TikToks, but not of myself because I just feel really like cringe. I don't know. I'm not.
I can't. Yeah. I couldn't do it myself. I can't do it. No. It is cringe. It is really. It's. I can't do it. I can't. It
takes a lot to embarrass me. My really a lot. See, that's what I mean. I don't know, because I myself, if I see someone I know that's made them, of course I'll go on and like them because I support them. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh God, if I did this, I don't know. Like I don't know if I could do it. Like I said, I'm just not easily embarrassed, but this is just something else. I think it's because it's aimed at a younger audience. I know I'm not old. I'm only 25, but I don't know.
No, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. We the Modern Skull just put, I remember Salad Fingers, and also put cringe talk.
Cringe talk. It is cringe talk. It definitely is. I love it, but it's cringe talk. Do you know what I think I need to do? I keep saying this to Mr. Venom. The best thing is to put snippets of my stream on there because, of course, I'm on stream. I don't really give a fuck. Obviously, the whole stream there.
I hope I can help with that with all the clipping I've been doing.
Oh, yes, you have. I have loved it. I know. I keep saying to him, I'm like, I'm so glad Jumper has been doing this because I have so many great ones now.
There was the slip up, if you will. You were doing something under your desk and you popped back up and you were like, whoops. And you were just like, okay. And you sort of left it and forgot about it and you carried on. And I was like, I'm really sorry. Click. And I was like, there you go.
It's too late.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. But it was so funny. If it had been worse, I wouldn't have, because like it could get you taken off Twitch and stuff like that. Like, because it's like, so.
Well, I had my mods message me and they're like, should we just take it down? I'm like, no, because people literally sit here topless. Like my bra showing is not going to be a big deal.
Exactly. You know, it was fun.
It's more of a funny blooper.
Yeah, there's so many. I've seen like some Twitch people that I've seen. I don't follow them because it's hard to. This one, I'm not going to mention the Twitch streamer. But it can, you know, you got your Twitch followers, like people you're following, the people who are online, and then the like suggested.
Yeah,
and there was a bunch of suggested. So I was like, screw it. One night, like 11 p.m., 12 midnight, something like that. I'm going through my suggested.
Cruise through.
And I saw someone with like, I think it was like 9,000 followers, 9,000 viewers, sorry. And I was like, that's really cool. Click. And they were doing a sleep stream, right? Now, I've seen hilarious sleep streams where people are like, I've turned my speakers all the way up.
Oh, God.
We have the media share going, and you pay so many dollars or so many pounds or whatever to play a snippet of a clip, like however much more you pay, that's how long the clip is, and you could play really like loud stuff, whatever. No, this wasn't. This was just here's a stream, watch me sleep.
You know, I think I know which one you're talking about because I've seen them before. When I was sort of doing, I guess you could call it research. When I was looking at stuff before I did my 24 hours, because I was like, shit. Do I stay
Your
awake the whole
24-hour
time?
stream, I watched a good chunk of that, but it was...
That was that was hard. I'm gonna be honest. They like to take the piss out of me in my Discord. As you see, I have a 23-hour badge, not a 24-hour badge.
23-hour badge, not 24.
Because the couch behind me, I took an hour nap on, but I left my camera on. I came back and I had 14 people watching me sleep.
See, that's fine, because those are probably, the people that like, they know you're coming back, they're ready, they want to watch your content.
Well,
I
set an alarm. I was just there and ready and waiting.
How does 4, 5, 9, 20K? How does that many people for someone like for this? That was the thing. Thing is, it was titled like my sleep stream starting, and I was looking at how long did it start going. It was like 9 hours ago, and I'm like, good God, why?
How so many people just sat here and
still getting followers, which is the crazy part. I don't know. Twitch confuses me sometimes too.
It is very strange with its content. Was it the person who literally had their bed and they were all spread out? Was it that person?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about, because like I said, I clicked on them because I was like, how the fuck? I was very mad. But
it made me mad too, because I was just like, not me, ignore me. I'm talking, there are people I know who work so hard at doing what they do and provide content and talk to their stream and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And they do all that. And they provide, they spend, they invest.
And they don't get nearly as many.
And they barely get any sort of thing. And it's just like,
I know.
And
it's
this goes across the board. This is male and female streamers. There are male streamers I've seen who do like next to nothing, and they have like a bunch of like a lot, like a ton of viewers. And then also female streamers who have just a ton of viewers. And it's just like, oh, okay. There was one female streamer that was on. It was a compilation. Like I'm not going to name the compilation because it was like the name wasn't great. But it was like Twitch streamers, and it was one. And it was just someone making a sandwich. Like 10k viewers, getting donations like crazy, getting a ton of followers, subscribers coming in. They're not even acknowledging that it's happening. They're just making a sandwich, with their bazoombas in a bikini, and it's like, okay.
See, and I don't care how big I get. I will always be so thankful for, I mean, to be fair, right? If you get big enough that you have followers coming in constantly, maybe you're not going to acknowledge that. But at least acknowledge the donations. Someone has gone and given you their hard-earned money, and you can't even be bothered to at least just say their name. Blows my mind.
It is crazy. It is crazy. I think we have a question.
Ooh.
Here you go. It's okay. I've already spotted the question. The real question is, how many sleep streams do you need to have open for it to count as a virtual sleepover? See,
5.
That's quite a funny one. Because that would be so weird, just having multiple pages open.
That would be cool. That is a very cool idea. Just grab a bunch of people, like almost do like a Zoom call, and just have everybody.
And everyone just goes to sleep. That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
I would do that. I would do that.
So, obviously, we've done like the most like your cosplay, most expensive cosplay and stuff. But do you have the most expensive prop you've ever bought? Do you have a prop that you've bought that's like insanely expensive?
I mean, the Stormtrooper gun.
Oh, was that an
actual blaster?
Did that not come with it? Was that a separate thing that you bought?
Yeah, because he basically said, here's the armor. Do you want the blaster as well? Because it's extra on top of it. And I was yeah, sure. But no, I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I have a lightsaber, but that wasn't very
one of the full metal body ones that like does the noises?
I'll show you.
Oh, here we go. We got a show and tell coming here now. Got a show and tell. Oh wow! Look at that. That is a cool lightsaber. See, I do like lightsabers, but I'm more of a proton pack kind of guy myself. But lightsabers
I actually have a wall mount that I had 3D printed. I had to get it imported from the U.S. so I can actually hang it on my wall, and it looks pretty sick. But that's Yeah, when I have batteries in it, it makes the noises and everything. It's pretty cool.
I was just saying to the chat now while you were showing that, I was like, I love lightsabers. I think they're really cool, but proton packs are my thing. They just like
Yeah,
it's just
I mean, the proton pack is way cooler. I will give you that, but yeah, I had to have. How do you be a Star Wars fan and not have a lightsaber? I mean, if it was up to me, I would have gone on Saber Forge and like spent like $1,000 or something crazy on a really intricate one, but. Yeah. Instead, I have that one. I don't remember the brand of it, but
I just want to say huge thanks to Desi, Dragon Art. She is heading off for the night. Thank you so much for jumping on. I know it's quite late with you. I really appreciate it. I think is Ranger of Krieg taking over for you? I guess probably keep Ranger of Krieg on for a bit longer. But yeah, no. In regards to your lightsaber, do you want to tell us how much it cost, or is it too expensive?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember.
Okay, fair enough. Because I've
had it a long time.
Seen, like custom lightsabers go for stupid money. Like,
this isn't a custom one.
It's what I consider stupid money, but my proton pack was stupid money. So, you know.
It just depends on the item. Also, thank you so much, Dragon Art.
Yeah,
much appreciated. Awesome. You said thank you, but I need to say thank you too because I'm here and you're modding for both of us. So thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't remember. I honestly don't even remember how much the blaster was because he just totaled the price with the actual Stormtrooper.
I got you. There wasn't like a breakdown.
They're no, they're I think they're my main props. I mean, can you consider my helmets props?
Probably, yeah. I'd say the helmets would be props because you can wear them as for cosplay and stuff, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's always a question I like to ask because I know some people will be like, I don't really have a prop, or they'll be like, oh, this is my most, and like show us something that cost them like the price of a small car, that kind of stuff. So yeah, really appreciate you for modding for me tonight, Dragonheart. Thank you so much. Ranger of Krieg is taking over. The wonderful Harry, he is going to be taking over with the links and stuff.
Fantastic.
So in regards to conventions, how many have you done? Do you know?
Oh God.
That's always my favorite. Yeah. Oh God.
If I had to guess, I'd say at least 20, maybe more. On average, I was doing probably 4 or 5 big cons a year. Maybe. And then I was doing small ones in between. So when I was kind of at my cosplay prime, I'd have like smaller conventions come to me and be like, hey, come to our convention, be a guest. But yeah, maybe 25. I don't know.
That is a chunky amount of conventions.
It doesn't sound like much though, but it got to a point where I was like, okay, this is how much money I'm spending on conventions. What am I getting back from this? Am I really enjoying it as much as I should? Can I spend this on something else? So then I took a break and I saved up and went to Japan instead.
See, I know my friend Brecken, who is here today, we had a bit of a get-together, a bunch of us here, social distancing and all that. We were chatting, and he wants to go to Japan next year. And if he was here, he'd be so jealous to hear that because he really wants to go to Japan. He really
it was the vacation of a lifetime. It was the best 2 weeks of my life. I'd love to do it again. Really, truly, I am very much... I'm very tight with money, as in I'm very good with budgets.
You're good with
controlling
budgeting.
My money.
You're not tight with money. You're good with budgeting. It's the same. People be like, why do you buy things that are cheaper? I'm like, well, I only buy something that's expensive if it's like, for a reason. I mean, I bought this because I was on a budget, and this microphone and the standard thing was from. Don't ask. It's a very cheap microphone, but it works for what I need it to be. And if I ever get to the point where I have that money, I will upgrade. I'll upgrade my cam. I'll upgrade this. I'll upgrade that. And it'll get to that point. But no, budgeting is a good thing. But you say that was the best time of your life. Wouldn't you say that your recent trip to London was the best time of your life?
I mean, pretty good. It was all right.
It was okay. It was okay, I guess. That's fair.
It was London. I'll take it.
I love that it was London. I'll take it. Fantastic.
Honestly, I love London. If it wasn't for us leaving, I would move to London for sure.
You said you were like, no, I'm not coming back. London's my home. I was like,
this is my home now. I just love the mixture of cultures, the people. It makes me feel more like I'm in Miami for sure. I'm not like Cardiff is really small to me. Like I know it's a big city for Wales,
Cardiff to me is quite big. because like, I go
Yeah,
to Cardiff and it's busy. I'm a country bumpkin, like I've said.
See?
Like I've said, you need to come down to the workshop so you can experience the country
Yes.
bumpkin life. You'll love it.
I mean, I did live in Abergavenny for 8 years,
did.
and that
I
was
you know
pretty
what? I
small.
was so gutted when I heard you lived in Abergavenny, and we were not that far. We're not that far from each other when you lived in Abergavenny, and I was like, I could have just come. I could have visited and said hi.
I probably traveled to your area because is it Forest of Dean around there?
No.
No?
I'm not near Forest of Dean, but it's honestly like Abergavenny from where I am isn't that far. Like to me, it isn't that far. And thing is, though, to me, like I could spend a day. I would do like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to Cardiff, and I'll go to the Cardiff, but that'll be my day. It'll be the same. Like Cardiff's like an hour and 50, hour and 40, hour and 50 sort of drive. There and back, and I spend the whole day there. But I'll plan it out. So if I had to drive anywhere really, really far away, I would do it. But to me, Abergavenny isn't that far. Cardiff is far. Carmarthen, to me, is just down the road, but it's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm the same way with drives. I've done Birmingham in a day, and that took me like 2.5 hours each way. I don't really consider
so
places
like to me now, like here to Abergavenny is nothing, or me like here to where you are now isn't that far to me. But like for example, I've done here to Great Yarmouth, which is like you have Wales here, England here, Scotland up here. I have gone the entire from where I live all the way across around London and all the way to the other side of the country.
Wow.
It took almost 8 hours, total to drive. We
That's
got there.
rough.
Yeah, it was really rough. We stopped by 11 times on the way there. We stopped about 11 times. Did the event, which was a 4-day weekend of heavy drinking and partying and stuff, and amazing cosplay and stuff. And then had to drive back, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare, but
That's
worth
rough.
it because I love Sci-Fi Weekender. But like that to me is far. So like,
yeah.
I tell Harry, like, Harry, if you want to come over, I'll come and get you. Harry doesn't live that far from Cardiff. But, that's really far for me to drive. But I don't consider it that far, like, compared to most places. But I'll still plan a day to go to Cardiff, like that kind of thing. But
it's really amazing how quickly you can drive to places in this country. Like you could probably drive the entirety of the country in like 12 hours. Whereas in Florida and from Miami to just get out of the state is like 14, 15 hours. And that's just one state.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, the thing is, we used to go to Havana Moor, which is like, I'm here, there's Wales, the little boot bit, and it's up the top there at the other end of top of Wales, and that doesn't take us that far. That took us 3.5, 4 hours. So, Wales, that's the thing. That I consider, that was quite far, because 3.5, 4 hours is quite far. But people are like, ooh, it's like an hour, and it's like almost 2 hour drive, and I'm just like, okay.
Okay. Fine.
But it's like, drive to Bristol, that's a whole other story. Drive to Bristol, or if you have to go over the bridge, like if I have to go to Exeter, like down to see David Roth, it's even further, so it takes much longer. But if I had to ask you what your most uncomfortable cosplay is.
Oh, Stormtrooper.
Is it really? Does it chafe? Oh, yeah. Is it the plating and stuff?
It pinches you.
Oh, does it?
It pinches you. You can't sit down because I somehow managed to sit down at Cardiff Comic-Con and I thought I was going to snap one of the plates off of it or something. But it's just, even if you're really in good shape and strong, your arms, everything just aches the next day because you're just carrying, like, obviously, I'm sure in your Space Marine, I'm sure you're aching after wearing it.
I try not. Thing is, everyone experiences things differently. So if someone's like, oh, I wore my Stormtrooper all day, I'm really tired and sore, I'm not going to be like, oh, pshaw, like I wear a Space Marine, this, that. Everyone experiences things differently. Everyone's bodies are different. It all works out differently. So, like, a friend of mine put on just my feet and shins on my Space Marine and had the hardest time walking and complained that her hips and her thighs were aching after just a couple of steps. So it's kind of like everybody's different. So it sort of works out differently for everyone. So I never try to tell people like, oh, you think that's bad? I wear like that kind of thing. So
like, don't be a pussy. I can do this in my sleep.
The only time I ever do that is if someone comes up to me at a con and they're wearing like, let's say they're wearing like a David Tennant cosplay, like with the brown coat and stuff, and they come up to my Space Marine and Harry takes off my helmet and like gives me water or whatever, and they come and go, oh man, it's boiling today, and I'll just like look at them, you think? Just
I know.
Sweat. That's a whole different story. But
I'm cooking in here, thank you.
That kind of stuff. Like, as for wearing the cosplay and feeling tired, it's a whole different thing. But sweat, sweat is like a thing. Like Harry
there is a
like,
reason the majority of my cosplays are half naked, because I don't live that sweaty life.
See, I don't think people would like to see me in that sort of. I think more covered up for me, and it's the way.
Do you know? I'm friends with. He used to be quite big. He's not as big anymore. Have you seen the Space Marine Pikachu?
I've seen the Space Marine Pikachu online, but I don't know who it is. I've never met the person.
So, do you know? I've actually forgotten his name. That's very rude of me. But anyways, I'm friends with him. He's based in Australia, and yeah, he's a really cool guy. He's Sunday Cosplay. That's his name. Wow, it's just coming to my head. Sunday Cosplay. No, he's really chill, and he was gonna come to London and see me like a million years ago. But we communicate every now and then. He actually has an OnlyFans for lewd cosplay content. So never say never.
What? As in for him?
Yes.
Yeah. Question. This is a serious question. Is he L ripped? Is he L?
No.
L
Nope.
buffo? No. He's
Nope.
no. Well, see, that's a whole different thing.
Hang on.
That is absolutely
Let's have
legendary.
a look.
Oh, is you going into his OnlyFans like, I've got OnlyFans.
He actually, no, I don't have him on OnlyFans, but he posts pictures every now and then. So he's actually, I think he's wearing a thong, a man thong.
Oh,
he looks a little more, he's definitely chiseled here. So here, I'll put this on stream so you can enjoy this. He's done one of himself in a man thong with little kitty tights. That's a man.
Oh, so he's doing that kind of,
that's a man.
That's fair enough. What's this? Casual props. I heard Duvrig's been considering making his own OnlyFans too. You should introduce them.
There you go.
I tell you what I have wanted to do is I have wanted to do more comedy-based stuff with the Iron Warrior just for fun.
See, maybe you need to put on a Borat mankini and slap on your Space Marine helmet and have a party.
Oh, good God. No, I don't think anyone wants to see that. Oh, God. That would
you know what? He's actually done as well that I think you could probably do something like this. This. You've probably seen this on Reddit.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that on Reddit. I've seen that. That's been... Oh, that's him. That's awesome. That's cool.
That's
it's
him.
Come full circle. I've seen it online, seen it in a bunch of shit posts and stuff, and and now I know who the cosplayer is. That's awesome.
Yeah, he used to be really, really popular. I think he does more crafting now and selling than anything else. He's really big into 3D printing, but he's friends with Jessica Negri and stuff, like all sorts. He used to be quite high up. Yeah.
That's awesome. You sort of get there when you start getting to know more of the celebrity side of things, and I love that. And that's why I was super grateful about having Evil Ted on my stream. Like it was absolutely amazing. Like
yeah.
When Ted came on, it was like, as I've said, like I told Ted before and I think after the stream, like it was like the highlight of my year. Like that. If people were like, what was the best part of 2020, even considering how crap it was, I'd be like, I had Evil Ted. I had Evil Ted on my stream.
And that's all that matters.
That is genuinely, and I love that. And if I can do that, where I can speak to my friends or get like cosplayers that I know of who are like, can I be on a stream, and then I can get to know them, that kind of thing, I'd love that. But I would still love to occasionally plop in a sort of, I'd say a big name guest like Evil Ted, but I don't want to do that thing where it'll suddenly turn into because I try to do it where I try to keep a big name for like the end. So I'll do like season 1. It was all the cosplayers, like all my friends, all amazing people, and then I had Evil Ted right at the end, which was like an amazing
finisher.
And then season 2, I'd like to do the same, but I don't want people to think that that's how it's going to go from now on, because
like they're waiting for the big one at the end of the season.
I'm not going to be able to like contact Jessica Negri or contact I don't know, like. There's so many, like the whole reason I was able to contact Evil Ted was because my friend Nick, who is Live Action Pixel, was just like, he is the nicest human you need to just message him and he'll message you back. And I was like, okay. So I reached out to him. And lo and behold, I got a message back, and I was just like, this is blowing my mind. So it's great, and I love having people like that on. And
definitely think you should try to do more. And I think now with COVID, you could probably get like, everybody's just at home. Like you can't go out. I'm sure you could easily get more people to come on here and ask them questions and stuff quite easily. People around the world even, because there's stuff like Zoom. You don't need to be in the same room.
Exactly. That's what I love about it. I mean, the whole thing is I want to get people on. I don't want to ask them interviews like, like the interviews, they'll ask really shitty questions. they'll be like, so I saw that you drew this sort of thing, and then it's like, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to make people uncomfortable. I want people to have a good time on my stream. It's why I've sort of got this list of questions, and I asked this list of questions to almost all the cosplayers. And, I love what we do then. We go on tangents, we talk about other stuff, and then it all blossoms into this one big amazing thing. And that's what I love about it. Like, I'd ask Ted one question, and he'd have such an amazing, complex, beautiful answer for it. And it would just be like, that's what I want. I want to hear people's experiences and like.
You
really
want
cool
the
stuff.
flow. You want the conversation to keep going and everything.
Exactly, and I love it. And so far, it has happened with everybody, and I'm super happy. And I can't wait to have more people on. I've got a good list. It is
really good
for season 2, and it's really nice to have you on here. So one last question for you, and this is where Ranger Retreat comes into it. Where can we find you, Lady Venom, the lovely Abby? Where can we find you?
You can find me everywhere. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. What else am I missing? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Twitch, obviously. Everything is pretty much Lady Venom, but it's LVDY Venom all together. I'm in the process of trying to switch my Twitch name back since I am Lady Venomous currently, but yeah.
There you go. Also, I haven't put the Facebook link in there, but if you type in Lady Venom into Facebook,
it'll all just come up.
You're the same. You're the same as me. Everything is Iron Warrior cosplay. It's all Iron Warrior.
It's best to keep it uniform because then people can find you easily.
Yeah. It's cool. There you go.
I just wish I could actually just have normal Lady Venom everywhere. That is the dream, but it's very hard to get that for some reason. So
I mean, I tell you what, it has. Oh, there's a moth there.
I've actually watched the moth fly out around
there was
quite a long
fly.
time.
That's the moth. There was a fly. There was a fly. That's the moth. Moths I try to catch because they like to eat foam and stuff. Well, not foam, but they like to shit and stuff. And the fly jumped into my lamp just now and burnt itself and died. So
perfect.
That's why the fly hasn't been there, and I'm gonna have to go and sort it out. Now that moth is flying about everywhere. But yes, thank you so much for jumping on. This has been absolutely lovely. It's been really nice to sort of have you like just a one-on-one. It's nice to share you with other people in the stream and chat and everything like that. But this is absolutely.
It's been great to meet your little community. I mean, I'm in your Discord anyways. I'm not super active, but I try to pop in as much as possible. So
it is awesome, and I love it. And if you guys want to watch Lady Venom on Twitch, she's absolutely hilarious. Join her Discord, which you can find in her About section, I believe, on your Twitch.
Yeah, I just have a little panel. You just click on it, and boom, there you are. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know how long we were going to end up chatting and everything. So now that I see we're finishing quite early, I'll probably hop on and stream a game now. So if anybody's keen, I will be there.
See, thing is, I like that you consider this early. This is actually quite a decent length of stream for me, so I'm really happy with that. Obviously, you stream much longer, but
I get harassed if I'm not at least 4 or 5 hours. So,
well, maybe one day I will do like I want to do some painting streams and stuff. And I know Nerd Princess wants to do like a painting stream, and I want to do a painting stream with her too. It's super fun. I know Ranger of Krieg and I are probably going to do something like that soon. Really cool stuff.
See,
like that.
There you go.
Loads of cool stuff planned. It's going to be super fun. But I'd just like to say a huge thank you. If you guys want to jump over and see Lady Venom, she'll be streaming shortly. That will be absolutely awesome. And I'll probably jump on myself because once I'm done here, I'm packing up and heading to the house and getting something to eat because I haven't eaten today.
Fantastic. Are you going to be drinking milk? I
probably will be drinking a nice bit. I was going to here, but we haven't got any, so I'm going to have to go get some. It's fine. I have to go get some. Yeah. But normally, I sit down at Lady Venom stream and I will have myself a chocolate milkshake is what I like to have while I'm watching Lady Venom streams. It's really nice. And it's coined a really weird nickname and it's really funny. And it's all because of Ted Nivison. It's all because of Ted Nivison on YouTube. He's another one of Call Me Carson's friends, and he does a really funny milkman skit where he dresses up as a milkman.
There we go.
And he goes out, he went to a festival, and there's all these college kids, he's going around offering them milk. Trust me, it's really, as I said, I find really funny stuff, like really random stuff really funny, and it's amazing, and I love it. So
I do too, I feel that.
But thank you, everyone, for coming, and thank you so much, Evil Ted, for jumping in and saying hi. It's been an absolute awesome pleasure having you all here, and I genuinely hope that you've enjoyed yourself. Thank you for having me. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I've had a great time.
Good,
this has been lots of fun.
I hope the apple pies and the Mackie D's was nice.
They're sitting well in my stomach, so we're good.
There we go. Lovely. Thank you, everyone, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.